Hello. Good morning, all of you. I hope I am audible to you and my screen is also visible. If any problem, please let me know in between the lecture. Okay. So we have started our unit number 7. I think 4 hours back, right? 4 hours of discussion we had made, and we have seen various control charts, right? Variable type of control chart, attribute type of control chart. We have seen when to use which chart, and we have seen various examples of control charts, and we have drawn also, right? So with the help of some formulas for P chart, C chart, X chart, R chart. So there are various formulas, and we have calculated the mean and UCL and LCL, and we have drawn the such control charts, right? We have drawn, I think, last lecture this P chart, right? Two examples we had seen, C chart also, right? And I think we have started discussion on acceptance sampling, right? There we have seen what is the meaning of 100% inspection, what is the sampling inspection, right? So 100% inspection name itself is telling the all components you need to inspect. So that is nothing but the 100% accept inspection. And what is the sampling inspection? A few components from that lot you can take for inspection. That is the sampling inspection that we have discussed, right? And we have seen why it is important, right? So what is the purpose of sampling inspection? Most of the time it is very difficult to uh, check the quality of 100% compounds because compounds are more. So to just check whether lot is good or bad, for that purpose this sampling inspection is important, that we have seen. We have seen various advantages of sampling inspection also. So most of the time when destructive testing is necessary to check the component, so you cannot make the destruction of all the compounds, right? So at the time of that, sampling inspection is required, that we have seen various advantages. Limitation also we have seen, like there is a wrong decision maybe because you are taking few sample, decision चुकीचा पण होऊ शकतो. So that was the limitation that we have seen. We have seen its success depends on how many factors, like randomness of sample, sample size, lot size, acceptance criteria, like that. um, Points we have seen on which this success of sampling is depends. And I think we were at this point, like industrial use of acceptance sampling. So today we are going to discuss this acceptance sampling related some aspects, and we are going to see the types of sampling plans, two sampling plans, and OC curve is one of the curve which guides people in quality department. And at the end of this lecture we'll discuss the MCQs, okay, and we'll conclude this unit today. So let us start with the discussion on industrial use of acceptance sampling. So why this is important? Obviously in quality department it is important, but let us see why it is important. So just a minute. So in industry, this acceptance sampling plays very important role, and people use it. So when it is important, when you want to check the incoming raw material, components or products. So its acceptability, for that purpose, sampling is important. Suppose you have imported component of a certain category or quality of a certain metal or chemical composition you have decided, and you have called that, ordered that particular material. So whatever incoming material is as per the specification or not, for that purpose, this acceptance sampling is a very important. Same for components, same for product, for all the things. Whenever you are purchasing the component, product, material, that time acceptance sampling is important. Also, to decide the acceptability of semi-finished product for further processing as it undergoes the operation from machine to machine or section within the factory. So not necessarily like whenever you are calling your component in your industry and checking the quality. No, actually in your regular production also, you have to continuously check the acceptability of that semi-finished product. If that semi-finished product itself is a defective, what is the use of that component to process further, right? So machine to machine, you are going to produce the product, right? Machine to machine operations are required within the factory. On machine, suppose you are making drilling, on another machine you are making milling or threading, like that operations you are doing. Suppose out of these three, one operation is defective. Let us say threading part is defective, but remaining two operations are okay. It will be rejected, right? So after every operation, whatever semi-finished product is there, that time you have to check the quality continuously. फक्त प्रोडक्ट सगळा बनल्यानंतर क्वालिटी चेक करायची नाही. सो इन दिस केस यू कॅन सेव्ह द मनी. होलच खूप मोठं झालं असेल तिथे ड्रिलिंग मोर दॅन रिक्वायरमेंट. What is the purpose to produce or do the operation further? There is no use. Definitely, it is going to reject. So in early stage, if you reject that component, you can save the time, money, and all these things. So this acceptance sampling in industry also, in ongoing production also, it is important. Also, it is important to determine the quality of outgoing products. Definitely, you should continuously check the component during production, as well as at the last, while dispatching the product, you should check the quality. And their acceptance sampling plays important role. Also for improving and maintaining the and controlling the quality of the product manufactured. You will get the idea like, yes, there is always defect on so and so machine. So you will try to improve there, right? Whatever mechanisms you will implement, and you will try to improve further. So acceptance sampling is important not only in your regular production, as well as it is important whenever you are accepting the component during production, also during dispatching also, and lifelong, if you say, like for improvement of the quality, that time it is important. So these are the uses in industry. So now sampling plan, there are two sampling plans: single sampling plan and double sampling plan. Okay, so let us see what is it. What is the meaning of single sampling plan? When a decision on acceptance or rejection of lot is made on the basis of only one sample, the acceptance plan is called as a single sampling plan. Try to understand. Single आपल्याला समजू शकता. Single sampling plan. Single sampling म्हणजे एकदाच. When you people are making decision, you are checking once only, and you are telling like, yes, product that lot is accepted or rejected. Getting? You have to check only once. दुसऱ्यांदा चान्स नाही. एकदा हातामध्ये त्या जे काय मटेरियल आलंय, हातामध्ये एक 5-10 कंपाऊंड घेऊन ते चेक केले, आणि तुम्हाला वाटलं की बाबा एखादा डिफेक्ट निघाला तर मी ऍक्सेप्ट करेल, पण 2 निघले तर मी करणार नाही ह्या 10 मध्ये, भले लॉट तुमचा 100चा असो 1000चा असो. सो रिजेक्टेड. Getting? So remember, you have to check once in single sampling plan. You have to check certain component in that lot once only. Suppose you have 50 components, that lot you received. What you will do out of that 50? You will take only 5 components, and out of that 5, if you understand like yes, एक defect मला मिळाला, lot is accepted. But in that 5 you got the 2 defects, means lot is rejected. Getting? So here certain terminologies are there. N, capital N is a lot size. Then small n is a sample drawn. Sample drawn म्हणजे त्यातून किती काढून घेतले चेक करण्यासाठी. आता 50च्या 50 चेक करणं पॉसिबल नाही, 5च घेऊ शकतो. दॅट इज अ सॅम्पल ड्रॉन. अँड व्हॉट इज द सी? सी इज अ ऍक्सेप्टन्स नंबर. म्हणजे काय? एक असेल सी ची व्हॅल्यू, सो इट विल बी, म्हणजे तो काय डिफेक्ट सापडला तर एकच, नॉट मोर दॅन दॅट. आणि हे कधी करायचं? ओनली वन्स, when lot is reached. Very simple, right? So those who will join the quality department, they have to play this role there, right? So they have to decide whether to go for single sampling plan or double sampling plan. Now this small flow chart is there for your understanding. So inspect a sample of n pieces. If number of defects does not exceed C, if it is not exceeding the C, then you people have to accept the lot. And if it is exceeding the C, then you have to reject the lots. Simple thing. Getting? एकदाच बघायचं. But you decide what is the value of C, what is the value of capital N, what is the value of small n. That you have to decide first. And once it is decided, that should be known to who is supplying material to you, as well as who is checking quality in your department. Both people should know this number. Getting? सो दिस इज अबाउट दी सिंगल सॅम्पलिंग प्लॅन. नावातच आहे सिंगल, एकदाच करायचं सॅम्पलिंग, परत नाही. त्याच्यावर ठरवायचं ऍक्सेप्ट का रिजेक्ट. इफ लॉट इज रिजेक्टेड, यू हॅव टू रिसेंड. अँड मग ते लोक ते रिवर्क वगैरे करून दे कॅन सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लेम, वॉट एव्हर इट मे बी. नाउ डबल सॅम्पलिंग प्लॅन. Name itself is telling double, 2 times sampling you have to do. So in a double sampling plan, the decision on acceptance or rejection of the lot is made on the basis of 2 samples. How you will decide whether lot is accepted or rejected? Based on 2 samples. You have to draw 2 samples there. Getting? So what is the N1? Number of pieces in a first sample. N1 you have to draw from whatever lot you received. Let it be 500 component. Let us understand. Example I have mentioned here. 500 तर चेक करणं शक्य नाही. So what you can do? Number of pieces in first sample you have to draw. What is the value? Suppose you will take 35 components. Getting? You have taken 35 component. Then what is the acceptance number for first sample? That is 1. You have drawn 35 components, and if you get only 1 defects in that lot, then lot is accepted. So value of C1 is a 1. What is the N2? Number of pieces in a second sample. How many? Let us take example of 50. Out of that 500 lot, you have taken 50 components to check the quality. And if you found the defects only C2, that is acceptance number. C2 is acceptance number for second sample, but it is a combined. Okay, C2 acceptance number is a combined. So let us take the example. C2 value is a 4. Getting? Now very simple thing. Once you received the lot of 500, what you have to do? You have to take the certain component, 35 components you have taken, and you have to start checking the quality of 35 components continuously. If you found one defects, no problem, lot is accepted. If it is going beyond that, lot is rejected. C1 value may be anything, you can decide it. C2, C1 may be 2, 3, 4. Okay, as n increases, n1 also it is going to increase, and then C1 is also going to increase. Okay, so this is a double sampling plan. Simple thing, you have to check the twice. So now see the flow chart of this particular double sampling. Suppose you have to inspect n1 pieces. You got the lot of capital N, okay, and you have to inspect the n1 pieces. Take some samples. If the number of defects does not exceed the C1, accept the lot. Very simple logic at the first stage. Getting? If defects are more than C1 but less than C2, what you have to do? You have to take the second sample of N2 pieces. C1 पेक्षा defect आले मग reject नाही करायचं लगेच. What we have done in earlier case. What you have to do? You have to wait. You have to take the second sample. So this is the one step. What is the third step? If it is exceeding C2 in the first plot, in the first sample itself, C1 ची C2 ची व्हॅल्यू तुम्हाला माहिती आहे, रिजेक्ट द लॉट इमिजिएटली. पहिल्या स्टेजला C2 एक्सिड होते, सो रिजेक्ट द लॉट. बट इफ डिफेक्ट्स आर more than C1 but less than C2, then in that case you have to go for the second sample. दुसरा चान्स द्यायला पाहिजे इथं, बरोबर. Take the second sample of N2 pieces. Then if number of defects in the first and second sample combined, remember here you have to combine the samples N1 plus N2. If in this case, if defects does not exceed the C2, then you have to accept the lot. But here also, if it is exceeding the C2, reject the lot. Okay, so C1, C2, C value plays very important role in the both the sampling plan. साधी गोष्ट आहे. Getting? So in industry, defects are going to be there, but you have to give certain limit. 100% efficiency शक्य आहे का मेकॅनिकल मध्ये आपल्याला? सगळेच कॉम्पोनंट बरोबर येतील, एक सुद्धा चुकीचा नसणार आहे. इन मास प्रोडक्शन इट हॅपन्स. मॅन्युअल एरर, मशीन एरर, मटेरियल प्रॉब्लेम, dispatching problem. Problems may be anything. Due to that, there may be the defects, there may be the rejection. Okay, but it should not exceed beyond the certain limit which we have decided. Very common sense, right? So that is called as a double sampling plan. Okay, so these are the two sampling plans. So now another one of the important point, that is operating characteristic curve, or it is also called as a OC curve. Just look at this curve. Even you can draw also certain points, because on this particular curve you will find so many MCQs in the examination. So if you see this operating characteristic curve, on x-axis there is a proportion of defectives, and on y-axis there is a probability of acceptance. So this graph is drawn from 0 to 1 limit probability. So it is a probability based graph. So we are going to discuss all the terminologies which are there in this OC curve. So if you found this certain terminology, producer's curve, if you draw, then you will understand all the terminologies. So draw and write the certain terminologies which are there. So you can see the producer risk. Then you can find here acceptability, acceptable quality region, or AQL, acceptance quality limit, then indifferent quality region, LTPD, consumers risk, objectionable quality region. So these are the terminologies. Let us understand first. So this is probability based graph. So let us understand what is the meaning of producers risk, consumers risk, what is the acceptance quality region, what is the LTPD, राईट. ऑब्जेक्शनल रिजन म्हणजे काय, थोडक्यात हा ग्राफ कशाचा आहे, आपल्याला हा ग्राफ सांगेल की कोण कुठल्या रिस्क मध्ये आहे, वेदर कंझ्युमर ॲट द रिस्क ऑर प्रोड्युसर ॲट द रिस्क, व्हॉट इज द ॲक्सेप्टन्स क्वालिटी रिजन, कितीपर्यंत ॲक्सेप्ट केला पाहिजे. सो जस्ट graphical representation it is. So let us understand certain terminologies in this particular graph, and then we'll proceed to discussion on MCQ. Okay, so producer's risk, name itself is telling who is producing that component, that person is having certain risk. So what is it? It is the probability of rejection of a good lot which otherwise would have been accepted. म्हणजे काय, की माझं प्रॉडक्ट सगळं चांगलं होतं, सगळ्या गोष्टी माझ्या चांगल्या आहेत, पण तरी लॉट तिथं माघारी जातोय. सो हुज रिस्क इट इज? प्रोड्युसर्स रिस्क. Getting? So it is a probability of rejecting a lot that otherwise would have been accepted. हे probabilities वर आहे ना. तुम्ही काय कंपाऊंड सॅम्पलिंग मध्ये 500 कंपाऊंड आले, 5-10 उचलताय आणि तेच चेक करताय, त्याच्यावर सांगताय लॉट घ्यायचा का नाही, माघारी पाठवताय. सो तुम्हाला नेमके डिफेक्टच हातात आले तर all compounds are okay, but only you found the only defective component. Who is at the risk? Producer. And who is what is the consumer risk? It is a probability of defective lot being accepted which otherwise would have been rejected. कंझ्युमरने काय केलं, जे काय कंपोनंट 500 मधून जे काय हातात आले 5-10 आणि ते सगळे ओकेच होते, पण खाली सगळे रिजेक्टेड आहे, म्हणजे खराबच कंपोनंट आहेत. हु इज ॲट दिस रिस्क? कंझ्युमर. So it is a probability of defective lot being accepted which otherwise would have been rejected. So that will be the consumer's risk. What is acceptance acceptable quality limit? It is a maximum % defect that can be inspected. That is a acceptance quality level. So it is defined as the maximum % defect that for the purpose of sampling inspection can be considered. That is a acceptable quality level. Then what is a rejected quality level? Basically it is also called as a lot tolerance % defective. So most of the terms are there in a MCQ. So try to understand what is the LTPD, lot tolerance % defective. So what is this? Actually this is the unsatisfactory quality. Okay, and it represents the proportion of the defective which consumers find definitely unacceptable. So at the LTPD, customer will definitely reject your lot. So that is a rejected quality level. म्हणजे रिजेक्टेड क्वालिटी लेवल तिथं 100% तुमचा लॉट रिजेक्ट होईल, बट ऍक्सेप्टेबलच्या ठिकाणी इव्हन दो देर आर सर्टन डिफेक्ट्स up to maximum defect, that person can accept the lot. That is acceptable quality level. Okay, so these are the certain terms, and another one is a indifferent quality level. So this is the quality level somewhere between AQL and RQL. So what is the indifferent quality? It is basically difference between AQL, acceptance quality level, and rejected quality level. So whatever difference is there, that is the indifference quality level. Right? So this is about this particular graph. Okay, so about this graph, nobody will ask you to draw the graph and explain the terminologies. What will be asked there? There will be the most of the time MCQs based on this particular graph. So many times MCQs are asked on this particular unit. So let us discuss some of the MCQs. So we have to discuss these MCQs. Maybe for your unit, your MCQ test 7, this MCQs are important as well as for your university examination. These MCQs are important. Let me zoom in and let us discuss one by one. I expect response from you people. So those who were listening the lectures regularly, they can easily answer such a simple questions. That very simple questions are there. Let me zoom in so that you can see clearly on your screen. Okay, so I hope questions are feasible to you people. Along with me, you also can read the questions. Continue reading. And your probable answer you can put in chat box for first MCQ. Just now we have discussed this question. Right. So I think in double sampling plan we have discussed on this. So what is your guess? What is your answer? Can you see the question clearly? Or I will read. In a double sampling plan, if the first sample neither good enough nor bad enough, then the decision on acceptance or rejection is based on the evidence of last two combined, first and last combined, first and second sample combined, and first three combined. So that way in double sampling plan, we are going for only first and second. Okay. So answer is a first and second sample combined. You will go and that evidence will tell you that compound is accepted or rejected. Right. So that we have discussed in sampling plan. So I expect answers from your side. So some of the questions are so easy. Okay. Second number question. The items are subjected to fill in the blank test must be inspected by sampling inspection. Quality, destructive, production, single. Question is like that. Here it is expected answer from you. Like which components are inspected by sampling inspection? Which items are inspected by sampling inspection? In which case? That answer. So in advantages of sampling, we have discussed. Any guess? At least you should answer this. Yes, any guess? Such a simple questions you should answer. We have discussed already, right? When sampling inspection is required. Have you understood sampling at least? सॅम्पलिंग म्हणजे सॅम्पलिंग इन्स्पेक्शन आणि 100% इन्स्पेक्शन हे दोन गोष्टी बघितल्यास 100% इन्स्पेक्शन मध्ये एक ना एक कंपाऊंड आपण चेक करतो आणि सॅम्पलिंग इन्स्पेक्शन मध्ये फक्त ठराविक कॉम्पोनंट जे तुमच्या हाताला येतील रँडमली यू टेक इट अँड यू इन्स्पेक्ट इट. समजले? So now at least you should answer this. कधी सॅम्पलिंग इन्स्पेक्शन लागतं? Friends, when destructive testing is there, most of the time, you cannot destruct all the compounds. If you have received 1000 component lot, you can take 5 6 and you can make destructive testing, no problem. So 100% inspection if it is required, so you will destruct all the compounds. There is no sense of this, right? So answer is a B, destructive testing. Please try to answer simple questions. The probability of rejecting a good lot, third number question I'm reading. The probability of rejecting a good lot which otherwise would have been accepted is called as rework, consumer's risk, producer's risk, or okay good. Now obviously it is related to consumer risk and producer risk. कोणाची रिस्क आहे? कंझ्युमरची आहे का प्रोड्युसरची आहे? द प्रोबॅबिलिटी ऑफ रिजेक्टिंग गुड लॉट विच अदरवाइज वुड हॅव बीन ऍक्सेप्टेड म्हणजे काय की चांगला लॉट आहे, गुड लॉट आहे, बट रिजेक्शन होऊ शकतं. जो काही घेणारी पार्टी आहे त्यांनी सॅम्पलिंग केलं आणि त्यांना वाटलं हे सी व्हॅल्यू खूप मोठी येते यांची, पण तो तसा एवढा काही लॉट खराब नव्हता. हुज रिस्क इट इज? आर यू पुटिंग आन्सर इन चॅट बॉक्स? हॅलो, at least somebody. Whose risk it is? Any guess? समजा तुम्ही प्रोड्युसर आहात, तुमचा कॉम्पोनंट तुम्ही बनवलाय, चांगला लॉट बनवलाय तुम्ही, so I was talking about you are a producer. You have sent good lot, but there is a probability who is purchasing your component, that person has taken the only defective product. 1000मध्ये त्यांना घाले 5-10 बरोबर डिफेक्टिव्ह कॉम्पाउंड त्यांनी बघितले सॅम्पलिंग करून, पण तसं पाहायला गेलं तर तो कॉम्पाउंड लॉट एवढा खराब नव्हता. बट ती प्रोबॅबिलिटी जी नेमके डिफेक्टिव्ह प्रॉडक्ट त्या व्यक्तीला सापडण्याची प्रोबॅबिलिटी जास्त असेल आणि त्याने बरोबर डिफेक्टिव्ह कॉम्पाउंड हाताला लागले त्याच्या, मग कोणाची रिस्क आहे ही? प्रोड्युसर्स रिस्क. गेटिंग? So I hope you are understanding what I am telling to you. What is the AQL? In this QC chart we have QC graph we have seen AQL. Any guess? Few minutes back I have told this long form of AQL. Average quality level, acceptance quality level, average quality limit, acceptance quality limit. सगळं सारखं दिसतंय का? So long form of AQL is acceptance quality limit. Okay, so long forms you can remember: LTPD, Lot tolerance, perfect defective, lot tolerance, percent defective, lot tolerable, percent defective, lot tolerance, price, piece defective. What is the answer? At least answer one. In a QC chart, we have seen lot tolerance, percent defective. Okay, LTPD stands for it. AQ, AOQ stands for average outgoing quality. Okay, so try to remember these three long forms most of the time asked in examination. So try to remember. Next question, seventh number. The number of items in a sample is called as. Number of item in a sample is called as. काय म्हणतो आपण? Sample size. Okay. Next question. Very simple terminology. Try to understand. So these questions were asked in a previous examination. So there may be chance to repeat such a small questions. The success of sampling inspection depends on. कशावर success depends असतं? How much lot size is there? What is the sample size is there? What is the acceptance number? Are all. So success of sampling inspection is depends on all these factors, that is lot size, sample size, acceptance number. So answer is a D. Then next question, ninth number. The maximum number for allowable defective in a lot size is called as. म्हणजे C व्हॅल्यू काय म्हणतो आपण C ला? Lot number, okay number, rejection number, acceptance number. So these three things there is no sense. So acceptance number, answer D is there. AOQL. So we have seen one more long form, AOQ. Right, only L word here it is added extra. So what is the long form of it? Average outgoing quality, that we are knowing. So average outgoing quality level, that is a AOQL. Then next MCQ. The method of accepting or rejecting a lot is known as lot sampling, acceptance sampling, batch sampling, quality control. What is it? Method of accepting or rejecting, what we call it as acceptance sampling. Related to control chart, certain MCQs are there, 5-6 MCQs. Quantities that can be numerically measured can be plotted on. Fill in the blank. So which control chart is used when things you can numerically measured? आपण बघितलं होतं example. Length, volume, weight, pressure, temperature. So such a things you can measure numerically, right? So on which chart it can be measured? We have seen first chart in discussion. So X bar chart. Okay. P charts generally for percentage defective we can use, right? So answer is a X here. A, that is X bar. Next question. A single measurable quality characteristic such as a dimension, weight, or volume is called as variable and attribute, mean and variability. आपण काय म्हणलो होतो? दोन टाईपचे चार्ट्स बघितले होते, व्हेरिएबल चार्ट्स अँड attribute type of charts. So when variable charts should be prepared, when things can be measured such as dimension, weight, volume. So this weight, volume, these are the, you can say, variables. Okay, so answer is A, that is variable. And attribute means maybe smell, good or bad, accepted, rejected, that kind of things. That are the attributes. Now tell me, toughness of the bolt mounted on the tank is, whether it is attribute, it is a variable, it is variable or an attribute or variability. So toughness. Can you measure the toughness? Yes. So it is a variable. And if another question I will ask, like odor, so smell kind of thing. Smell, bad, good. Can you measure? There is a certain measurable thing. So no, it is an attribute. Okay. So next question. X chart is A. कुठला आहे हा X chart, whether it is a attribute control chart or variable control chart, or neither a variable control chart nor a attribute control chart. Falls in a category of both variable and attribute control chart. What is it? X chart is a attribute type of variable type. Definitely this C and D is not there. So X chart, all charts comes under the two things only, that is attribute control chart and variable control chart. So in which category X chart falls? Remember, X and R charts falls under the variable control chart, and P and C control chart comes under the attribute type. Okay, so X is a variable control chart. Now this question already I have answered now few minutes back. 16 number. C chart is a which type of control chart? There is no logic required to answer this. Definitely a attribute type of control chart. This is a true or false. The lower control limit for an X bar control chart is lesser than the mean of the sample taken. Is it the true sentence or false sentence? म्हणजे क्वेश्चनचा अर्थ असा आहे की लोअर लिमिट कंट्रोल चार्टचं हे मीन पेक्षा कमी असतं. इज इट ट्रू? डेफिनेटली ट्रू, बिकॉज लोअर लिमिट हे मीनच्या नेहमी खाली असतं. सो इट इज अ लेस, below that it is a less, and upper it is a more than mean. Okay, so it is a true sentence. Can somebody tell me the calculation, how we calculate LCR, lower control limit, for R chart? How to calculate? We have done calculation. How to calculate LCL? Anybody remember formula? R chart, while doing for every chart, LCL and UCL is required. Can anybody remember the formula? Try to remember such a small formulas. So D3 into R, that is the LCL limit that we have seen in R control chart. So formula is a D3R. The next question, second last question, what type of charts will be used to plot the number of defective in the output of any process? कुठला चार्ट वापर things which we can measure X and R chart is there. But number of defective, आपण टायरचं एक्झाम्पल बघितलं होतं डिस्कशन मध्ये. टायरचा लॉट होता, त्याच्यामध्ये पर्सेंटेज डिफेक्टिव्ह किती आहेत. विच चार्ट वी रेफर टू ड्रॉ इट. टायरचं एक्झाम्पल मध्ये एनीबडी रिमेंबर्ड? P chart. Okay. So there are only 4 charts: X bar, X chart, R chart, C chart, P chart. So try to understand use of each and every chart and how to calculate UCL and LCL. So which among the following is a type of control chart for variable? I think this question is repeated. At least for repeated question you should answer. Variable X chart. Okay. Just put your number in chat box. Don't leave the meeting. Just put number in chat box. So up to this we have completed 7th number unit. Tomorrow we'll start 8th number unit. Maybe within 4 hours we can complete it. 3 to 4 hours are necessary to complete unit number 8. Okay, so in this week we can complete our all discussion of IQM. Yes, put your number and leave the meeting now.